Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 17, Week 5. Today, we're taking another look at Princess and the E. Coli outbreak, taking on Split Push Sprouts. In the last match, the Split Push Sprouts realized that they needed team comp. Let's see what happens this time. I've also decided to pause it at the most dramatic possible time. What's the first pick gonna be, baby?
Spirit Breaker. That's a bad one. Oh no.
What a shock. Again, I really don't like the starting bans for Split Push Sprouts. You're just not going to see any of those heroes in the first phase, right? Like, ever, basically. At least you shouldn't. Going to be running back the Furion there. Would have been a much better ban. And last game wasn't a good Furion game on paper. The problem is everybody was a little bit clumsy, let's just say, with their use of quelling blades and skills against them, right? So,
Yep.
it's a polite way to put it, I think. But, like, why not get rid of the Furion, right? Like, why not get rid of the Furion? Why not get rid of the Witch Doctor again, which got to be let through this time? Didn't get picked. Oh no, got banned by the other team. Never mind. Never mind. Second phase bans make more sense, but Dark Willow was like an equally likely first pick.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And out the Windrunner as well. Not really sure who for. Maybe L is doing Windrunner pause 3, but I doubt. No, it's just for Princess.
Hero.
Yeah, just for Princess. Didn't think about that somehow, because he hasn't been playing his waifu heroes this season, really. And running this funny pause 4 gyrocopter again. Been making a comeback recently for whatever reason. Big L though, nothing is in Big L's way so far. I think this team is naturally well suited for taking second pick, just because you can do a lot of nasty work with Big Al and Ladle Lads in this phase. I think most teams generally want the first pick because the game is unbalanced enough that first pick is really strong. Just always. But I think if you got a team comp that looks like Big L, you definitely can take a lot of advantage of how the second pick format works for you. You're running back the Hoodwink this time. Maybe it's going to be on Pages this time, and she's not going to be playing a Spirit Breaker she's barely touched.
I think we're all lucky to have barely touched Spirit Breaker.
That's true. I really would rather not have my hands on that guy, to be honest with that. Or with you, rather. Thinking hard. Guess it better be. I mean, surely it's just as simple as pick a decent Roxy hero here, right? You get 2 very protected picks for Kenny and Code Line that way. You get to pick Line into either the pause 3 or pause 1 this time. Or likely both, rather. You saw the pause 3 last time. You get to pick into both this time. Just pick Roxy here. Don't overthink it.
Radiant team pick.
They do not overthink it. Support line is rather light on stuns. Both have one, but both are stuns that kind of have asterisks on them. Abaddon does not have one at all. So far, it doesn't look like that bad of a prospect. It does kind of look like a whatever Rubik game so far. The gyrocopter missile is fun to steal, and his ult if you can get it. And teleport can be funny, but on Rubik it's not the most practical thing. Sprout and Summon Treants, much the same. So right now it's just kind of, you can at least put people into the Nature's Prophet trees later. That's kind of funny.
Radiant team pick.
That made things look a lot better for Rubik, though. That's an awesome hero to see as Rubik. You kind of want everything he has, arguably. Especially if you end up with your own Ags in this game, which is
10 seconds.
far-fetched but not impossible. Like, if you get Ags and you steal a Sandstorm, you're just a
remaining. 5
menace.
seconds remaining.
Well, I don't know how that interaction works exactly, I guess. So you may not be a menace after all. Because it goes by current level of Bro Strike. Maybe it uses Sand Kings. Or maybe it just gives you like a fake Bro Strike. I don't know. Hopefully it works. If not, I would be very sad.
If it works by the other similar remix builds, then it's Sand King's current level of Bro Strike.
Yeah, that would make sense. Sniper coming out here.
Dire
Condemning
team
us
back.
to a 2-hour-long special. We're bringing Ricky out. This is a very good-looking Ricky game, really. This looks as good for Ricky as the last game did for Ricky, basically. They might screw that up with a really nasty
10
Pazlon
seconds
matchup, but I feel like Ricky is one of those heroes where there's a lot more like 2 and 3
5
matchups that are
seconds
dreadful
remaining.
for him than ones.
Radiant team ban. Radiant team ban.
Inexplicably, banning out Dawnbreaker there, I don't think gets picked in the last slot in any universe. Maybe they're expecting a Pazlon
10
gyrocopter.
seconds remaining.
That would be a little avant-garde. It would be
5
really
seconds
something to pick Pazlon gyrocopter into a ban and Reki, and by something I mean terrible.
remaining. Dire team ban.
I want to see that Kunkka again, for all the work it didn't really do in the last game. It's a good spot for Kenny Lavender here if the pick comes out well for him. Realistically, after all, they know his mid matchup, they know the offlane that he's going to be facing, and they know that Ricky is probably going to be okay. Like, the worst possible Pazlon matchup is... I don't even know. What is the worst Pazlon matchup that's left for Ricky?
Spectre.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Just things that massively outscale him, basically, and even that is if the game goes long.
5 seconds remaining.
Kind of a dangerous Spectre game as well, I think. Landing that into a ban's a bit rough. You got the Hoodwink that can be chasing you all the time.
Radiant
You're
team pick.
not really going to be able to kill Dragon Knight, are you kidding me? Ah!
Let's go. DK
Well-
mid.
Yeah, DK mid, what are you going to do? Maybe we're living in the slightly less terrible reality where for some weird reason they've decided to run a Baden 1, Ricky 2, Dragon Knight 3.
5 seconds remaining.
But I don't think we live in that reality. The DK here. I guess, on paper, it's not a terrible pick. He's going to absolutely need magic resistance really soon. Should lane well on the Sniper. Sniper really doesn't do anything to him, but drop shrapnel on his head, and he can solve that with a cloak. Can't do anything else. At least on paper, and most of the horrible stuff for him is either gone or on his team. On paper, this can work, but it is still mid DK.
You may now
They're doing
select
Pazlon
your
Sniper.
heroes.
Okay, you remember when I said this can work? Strike that one from the record. This can no longer work. In fact, that decision to
Yeah,
flex
we're up.
Sniper to P1, presumably, was like a major disaster for the split push Sprouts lineup. Like, it made this whole lineup look way worse now. Because
Yeah.
now, Abaddon is laning into Sniper, that's one of his worst lanes. Now, Dragon Knight is laning into OD, that is one of his worst lanes. Ricky's gonna have a good time against the Sand King and the Gyrocopter. That doesn't mean anything to him, but everything else looks freakishly terrible. I think maybe people underestimate just how bad Abaddon is into Sniper. It is, like, horrific. It is... I played that exact matchup a lot. The problem is that Sniper is, well, A, all about physical damage, doesn't really have any debuffs that you can knock off with a Photic Shield to keep the offensive going. B, it's really good at timing his damage. When you hit level 6, he can, like, you can't really get anything done with ult versus him. He can just stop doing damage to you, wait till it's done. And that's not a great matchup on Abaddon. That's never a great matchup on Abaddon. You know, a lot of heroes, you have the option to stop doing damage, but if you do, like, oh my god, Dung Beetle OD. If you do,
Prepare for battle.
like, hold everything and try to retreat, because of the way you're positioned in a fight, because of many factors, you know, you'll either get to, put Abaddon in CC, but you're healing him, or, like, you run away, but you can't get away because it's Abaddon, he's a fast guy, he's going to close the gap. Not with Sniper! Sniper's going to stand really far away from him. Sniper's going to stay really far away from him. This week we will have GLHF, Code Line, will walk into everybody, and... oh, that was a great save? Wait a minute. Randy, I did the same thing you did last week. I was like, that's such a good save on the Ricky, and then I realized...
To battle.
I'm not sure he dies anyway, so I can't blame Princess too much.
You were doing very
It's true.
well. I'm very
Miguel's gonna be first blood there.
I never said I knew what I was doing.
Dragon Knight never claimed to be competent, but
Basically just like a Hail Mary to try to kill him with the damage, and if it didn't work, it didn't work.
let's
He wouldn't have died
pretend.
anyway.
Let's pretend that the Mighty Midget was a pos one, that the Gyrocopter is pos one, right? Abaddon closes and ults. If Gyrocopter's already got a Q or a missile going, well, that's just gonna heal him. If he tries to get away, Abaddon can run him over. Sniper will be by the tower when the Abaddon ult starts, and he can just keep getting back. The level 1 version of the ult is not going to last long enough to close that gap. It kind of sucks. And the second it goes down, he can just start shooting again. You're in the exact same bad position. It's kind of hard to abstract that, especially if you're not like an Abaddon player, but if you are, I think you probably know what I'm talking about here. That's a mean way to start. Ricky, trying to go for a little bit of early bullying here on the Sand King. Again, this lane should do well. This lane should be fine. After all, it is one of Code Line's heroes here. This lane should be A-okay. I do kind of worry for the Code Line team how these other two lanes are going to go. I mean, Sniper was already bad enough. He's not great into Nature's Prophet either for many of the same reasons. Especially the, if it's a good Nature's Prophet, and I assume Kyrix is at least okay at this guy, it's his most played hero. Nature's Prophet drops the Sprout between you and him, rather than putting one of the two of you in jail, then whatever momentum you had walking into him, that's just over now, right? It just kind of sucks. So it's a very bad lane for Abaddon, really, all things considered. And again, nothing a Photic really helps you with. Briefly tab out to make sure Randy can still watch it and the recording is still working. It is.
Yep.
So there's that. Eric's getting a little bullied for his trouble back here, but not too much. Hey, Randy.
Hey, what's up?
Well, what do you think about this mid matchup? Who do you think wins mid in this game?
DK versus a range hero? It's a good
DK versus
question.
a ranged hero that has a pure damage, Q, and a big fat magic damage on his W. I wonder who wins that trade. He is landing well for it so far, so he's at the very least. Midget running for his midgety life is gonna go down here.
Well secured.
I think if he wasn't running, he was like flying away for his life. Unsurprisingly, though, on the other side of the coin, this lane is going pretty much just as forecasted. 5 to 18 last hits. This is not like a fall apart mid lane. This is not like a pause 1 versus a support or something. This is pause 1 versus pause 3. Pause 1, 18 last hits, 7 denies. Pause 3, 5 last hits, 1 deny. It is kind of dreadful. Has gotten desperate enough to level the old miscoil in lane. Having major trouble winning these ward wars over here. Which I think in this lane, honestly, is just a distraction. I mean, in this lane, if they pull, you can't really stop it anyway. If they want to hit you from the sidelines, you can't really stop it anyway. Okay, oh, almost got him with the acorn there. If only she had been luckier. But any interest that you spend, any time and money you spend in the ward wars in a lane matchup that is this bad, is just like money down the drain, basically. Unfortunately, is a sad way to put it, but I think it is the truth. Like, even if you win this, and so far that's not happening, but even if you win this, it's like you can see Furion pull the wave and then not do anything about it because your matchup is terrible. You can see him hitting you and then not do anything about it. You can see ganks coming and then die to him anyway.
I guess it's either that or literally do nothing. So
Yeah, that's true.
either pretend to do something or don't even pretend and just lose the lane.
I mean, I think the real thing to do here perhaps would be focus on just this area. Just who cares about this? Pretend this part doesn't exist. Just care about this little area specifically. Just have the pull camp and pull and pull and pull over and over and over again. Or just go stack these things a million times, which is like also a better use of the time probably. Or just be watching top and jump on that if things go bad. Golden Dragon, please do not use Mist Coil before a Photic Shield. Golden Dragon, please do not die right now. Okay, Sniper has no shrapnel, so you're gonna live. Just barely. Kyrix, this is good.
Oh, almost. You got
nope.
you.
Yep, went the opposite way he was expecting. Did not think about it, was just gonna run back to the wave there. Well, this is awkward. Pages in jail can still actually hit that hitbox, and Effie laughs. Dragon? Okay. 15 last hit Saban, 35 last hit Sniper, 2 denies Saban, 13 denies Sniper. This is like a miserable route. These code lines having some fun here, though. I've been watching this lane. It definitely feels like this should be going better. I mean, it's like the lane for him. This is not the part where Ricky owns Sand King, so I guess it's probably fine. Still should probably have a little bit more, but you know how it goes. Dragon Knight turns into a dragon. Princess puts him in jail. You know, it's kind of ironic. They have a guy on their team called Golden Dragon, and he's not playing this hero.
Yeah, that's true.
Kyrix.
Are scanning.
Kyrix paradropping here on the Dragon Knight. Does not really get anything done though. That's kind of the downside of the Furion in this particular matchup is it does nothing at all to Dragon Knight basically. Literally just one level is passive. He's got two. One level is passive and nothing happens out of that. OD is being very crazy right now.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Somebody TP, right? Like, please. I can hear Princess's mental process right now. Just like, please, for the love of God, one person TP on this so I can get a double kill. Instead, he
Rest in
dies.
peace.
And then he gets... Oh no, then Patriots gets tipped, actually. And then Code Line dies. So at least the team's getting something done for that.
tower is under attack.
Maybe... Yes.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And Dragon Knight takes down the mid T1.
Arcane power.
Dire's
It's actually kind of, yeah, really disproportionately done well in this lane. 41 last hits to 31. So 10 last hits up and takes the T1 first, though I can't help but think that maybe that wouldn't be quite so bad if somebody had just TP'd a Princess there. Or if he had just not sat around a lane at 2 HP, that also works, but TP'd here mid when it looks like that. If you're a Princess and you weren't saying something there, why not?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Like, imagine if Big Al TP's down there, right? When he's all low like that, Big Al just TP's somewhere in the trees. That is miserable. Just kills the DK without doing that. It just kills. Gyrocopter looking to just kill the Rubik here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Trying to chase him pretty far. It's just kind of a rout in the end. Big Al, his entire ult gets ruined.
Interesting.
Roxy Roro with a kill secure type moment.
Rockets? Really?
Kenny Lavender, not impressed by the prospect of rockets. Really unfitting voice for the dragon form with this. I hope in the anime he doesn't just sound like a teenager when he's a dragon.
Help.
Look at the net worth chart here.
Is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
The kill, tower kill, and Gankatab have actually put Dragon Knight at a very soft first place. Princess showing up here for what he hopes to be a pretty easy kill on Abaddon. But Abaddon's just gonna go ding and go home, because they don't really have any stuns here. That will be able to be prevented in the future, but they're going to need the Sand King to do that. You made me worry there, Randy, because all I heard was D.
Chill well. Kind of concerned. Okay, I might not be concerned in a few seconds, depending on what happens here. I'm concerned how untouched the sniper is what I was about to say.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, I mean, you should be. You should be. It's like, look at this this last hit comparison between Sniper and Abaddon. I've been railing on it already, but Sniper has over 20 more denies than Abaddon, over 30 more last hits than Abaddon. Big Al's getting hammered, but that is small compensation to say the least. Good net there by the Hoodwink.
It's like the most shaky 7-1 game I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's true. Because most of the 7 really is on the DK, and that's just not a hero that ever has that great of prospects.
Hey, I think he has a positive win rate.
I don't think so.
Dragon Knights.
There goes Sniper.
It's 53%.
Wow.
There you go. Hero good.
There you go. That's legitimately, I think, the first time he has been positive for more than a second, basically, in 10 years. Like, I think that's the highest his win rate has been in 10 years. Because this hero, they just do not care for his misery. Oh, this is funny. Who would win in an Invis fight? He's backing, why? Why was Princess so defensive on that? That was a little weird. Ego bruised or what? He's got his Midas, okay. Gonna finish his Spirit Vessel. Stupid neat.
It's not a very nice thing to say to someone.
Yeah, especially, apologies to any nits in chat. Let's shoot it! Okay. Oh my god. Mage Slayer up now on the DK. It's probably just because he can buy Mage Slayer and Shiva's Guard.
Shiva's Guard, yeah.
Legitimately just that. Gonna drop ult on him here.
Shooting it up the epicenter here. Yeah.
Yeah, they're dropping a whole lot on his head, and there's not a whole lot of friends coming to meet him. Ban shows up.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay, he's
get
dead.
him. He's dead. Nice. Okay.
Might get Princess on the back. Oh, that's a very tragic manual ult if he was doing that. A very tragically timed, or a very tragically timed manual ult if that's what he did, and a very tragically timed passive ult if that's what happened. Either way, it's sad. Man, what a chaotic fight here. Sniper's here now. Clean up the remainder. OD takes out Ricky, Abaddon takes out OD, Sniper takes out Abaddon. Nature's Prophet takes a hike. But Roxy already got the Wisdom Rune here, very sad for him. Show that recap. Ultimately, it is a victory for the Radiant just because the DK was a pretty big kill there, and because, well, yeah, they just took out Dire's core trio and lost a support on their own. Sniper lived that.
Yep.
972 gold goes to the Dire's pockets, mostly to Abaddon's war chest. 1,498, a little bit more evenly split among the Radiant. Abaddon is quite close to Echo Saber here. Shanking and Furion just slow sieging the bot T1. Ricky throwing smoke on creeps for some reason. Gyrocopter is nearly done with the shard here. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. There we go. Gyrocopter's shard is up, so that annoying thing is going to be out now. And it kind of has negative chemistry with the OD, but let's not think about that too hard.
That's only if Princess griefs.
True. I like this L shape of sentries here.
We got it.
Line ends up in the only sentry that the Radiant have. That is so sad. Look at this little... Look at this sentry ward situation. He got caught by the only one.
The Venn diagram, yeah.
A bit of a tragedy. Abaddon goes, dang. You'd have homing missile. They stood on it a little long, though, so he's going to have the opportunity to get under T3 or T2 here, so he's going to be fine. Ding! He almost dies of it, but, you know. I think they actually could have killed him if they were willing to drop Furion for it, which would have been funny.
We didn't have teleport.
Even if he did. Might not necessarily have been more than in that instance. Big Al, not having a great day right now. Ricky, not having a great one either.
Alright.
Pause 1 for pause 3. Guess who wins that trade? Ricky is falling very badly off. I think Ricky is getting a little bit more concerned with doing Ricky stuff than farming. Right now, he's too behind to be doing this.
Yeah. Well,
Right, you know, right now he's got less support than less money than the support he was landing with, right? Like,
Dire's structures are fortified.
cannot be doing that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
There's
tower
only gonna come out here for this tower after it's already dead, and this is getting real awkward. Everybody splits up on a different target there. Cannot decide who they want to get. Are ultimately going to decide the man of the hour is going to be Nature's Prophet. After which point they're done with that.
Double damage.
Bloody bounty.
Wow, Kenny actually kills the rocket there, and as a result, Gyrocopter's going to take a spill.
is under attack.
H just randomly dies here for some reason.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Golden Dragon holding that hit for some reason. These two are going to be a very effective siege team. These two are going to push like hell. Guess you need that if you're playing in a sniper, right? Oh no, I have a bad feeling about. Okay, never mind. He's not going to go on that.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant, scan the middle of the jungle. There is nothing there. Big Al gets caught in that. Oh, the dust actually hits him. Never mind. Two trees just hanging out. Rubik and Ricky Sprout at the exact same time there. So the trade is going to get past the. Oh, geez, the Gyrocopter getting shredded here. Tricks of the trade is going to dodge past all the Gyrocopter nonsense. Okay, stolen OD ult gets dropped there.
cool.
Dire's middle tower.
There's something going on here this game for the split push sprouts.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire are scanning. Radiant's
Shrapnel
top
coming
tower
out.
is under attack.
Sand King going in. This is a really good
Sappy.
ult. Shredding a lot of dudes
Only
here.
anyone else is here.
I mean, like Sniper
Sniper to.
or
Okay, that is,
OD or
that is a godlike Sand King player.
yeah, bad and running for his miserable life. These guys
Prison.
don't see him.
In prison, sir.
Yeah, I don't think they have vision on him in time there. Hurricane Pike, sir. That's the real, sir, moment there. Unfortunately, the Radiant is pretty much as good at pushing as the Dire is. And so with this brief spill is going to be able to secure this area. 2001 gold change chance that last fight due to the death of Kenny there.
Radiant's middle tower.
The Radiant are down 7 kills and up 4k.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Sorry, 5k. Ricky is gonna at least take a Gyrocopter as compensation.
Stay down.
Kenny Lavender is going to order Gyrocopter to stay down. Sniper is still totally untouched. Top of the net worth charts, actually. This is the freest sniper game ever. He has died 1 time.
Yeah. He
Easiest
hasn't done
game.
much. He's
Yeah.
only gotten 2 kills, but
It's true. He's only
He'll
gotten
be
2
scary
kills.
in
He's
20
also
minutes.
he's also got 11k net worth right now, also known as 3k up from Ricky.
Yeah.
nearly double Abaddon's net worth. Again, the Golden Dragon Paradox always somehow manages to find himself on the bottom of the net worth chart, no matter how good or badly the game is going. Whenever I look at him, he's always farming. But how does he here? He is actually fighting this time, which is why he's not, you know... Last time we saw this pick, he was completely avoiding fights. As a result, he was, like, really bottomed out. 4-man smoke on the Radiant, covering everybody but Sniper, who's, made his separate ways. Thinking is going to use this smoke to, deward.
We got broken by line, so.
Yep. They found the hoodwink here. And, okay, Princess griefs his team. Princess, like, super griefs his team. Okay, there we go.
It's
At least
not a
got
grief.
the hoodwink.
Top tower is under attack.
But, they dropped
The epicenter was
Epicenter.
more of a grief.
Yeah.
I think the epi was more of a grief than what
That's true.
anything Princess did.
Radiant's top
That's
tower
true,
is
but
under
Princess still just did, like, make 3 abilities, misses the hoodwink just so he can securely kill himself. Rather than just use them on the next target.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do.
That's true, and sometimes that's what you want to do. I'm not going to say which one it was in that situation.
The Princess knows best, alright?
That's not what his TV show is called. Madden Harpoon is in now. Sniper is really forward, but he's gonna be cast out by his Hurricane Pike here. Very good. Very quick response. That's what you want if you're code line. If you're looking at that, that's the reaction speed you want. You're in a bad situation like that, you use that item quick as hell. You got to be quick on the trigger finger with some of those active items. It's a good example of it in play there. Shiva's, by the way, I don't know if you saw up on that Sand King there. It's one of the things that Hoodwink got to be in jail during.
Dire's middle tower is
Crit's
under
now up
attack.
on the Sniper.
Dire's structure.
Furion, about halfway to his Ags.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Getting in deep behind the lines here. Just gonna shred for Mr. Rubik. Okul goes down. Abaddon is absolutely mortified. Just gets the hell out of town. Doesn't even soak the ult with his own for some reason. And during all that, Sniper has just been still just steadily sitting here, just hitting that T2, and nothing ever stopped him.
Has fallen.
I gotta say, it's a little bit worrying when you get this Harpoon as Abaddon. So far, I've seen it casted a grand total of 0 times. This is a pretty good power spike. Like, you really want to do something with this. Sniper and OD both have a lot of net worth, but both of those guys are also made of glass, so, you know, just go hit some dudes, you know what I'm saying? Princess is almost given a good opportunity there, but Line died bot. Line was not watching where his team was.
Dire's bottom tower
Very
is under
unfortunate.
attack.
Almost had an opportunity there at mid to go on the OD, have not met it. His team is very unwilling to engage. Sand King is going to go in. He's going to be doing the job for the Dia here. He's going to explode. And so is the golden, not the golden dragon, the regular dragon, the DK. OD, good time waste up there. And Abaddon's dead. It's like nothing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
A bit concerning to say the least.
Yeah, slightly.
Use shrapnel! Okay. No need. Ricky, jumping on the Princess. You're getting Hurricane piked, but This goes right back in. Kinda messes this whole situation up. Doesn't do much more than that, but DK here to not finish the job. Actually, DK here to just die immediately. Yeah.
Dire's top tower
Yeah. That's kinda why I don't like this DK hero. DK has to be picked into a nice game. And this is not a nice looking game for him. A lot of magic damage falls on his head. No BKB, no resistance at all. Guy explodes. You have a Mage Slayer, and hey, that's nice, but... Oh my god, Lion almost died for that.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
I mean, really, the key issue with this game at this juncture is just... there has still been nothing done to the sniper. Literally, he's not, like, he's barely even engaging in fights. He's literally just walking around hitting towers over and over and over, and nobody's doing a thing.
And they're still losing 4v5.
Yeah, I mean, it's DK into OD, that's part of the issue. DK into OD Sanking Gyrocopter, I mean, there's three things that are pretty rough for him to deal with. No resist, no BKB. He's got a Mage Slayer, that's great, but it's not hitting 5 people, and 5 people's kind of what he needs because any of those guys can bring him down to 0%, courtesy of the fine folks over at Shiva's Guard Incorporated. There's a Manta, there's that. Feel like almost an unfortunately timed Manta, queued up when he still had these lovely visions in his head of sieging enemy buildings, and now he's got his Manta style out with pretty little to dodge at a point where it's pretty much only good for sieging. And, well, here's exactly what I was talking about. He's got the Mage Slayer, but the Sand King falls on his head, and literally that alone is almost his entire HP bar. Why are you walking away from Roxy, Al? The whole rest of the team is just dying elsewhere. There were 2 different fights going on that board. Let's check out the other one. So Code Line's here at top. Watching Abaddon get put in jail by the OD here. Tries to go in and save, but he forgets he has 0 HP. Golden Dragon is still standing there. He just gets his fans off the controller at that point. This is it, baby.
All I guess.
Bonk.
structures are
They
fortified.
glyphed the Meteor Hammer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle
If you want a great example of how fun uphill is in this game, consider that this 14k up team with a lot of physical damage is not like it took that entire sentence to get rid of this Rex, and they're not even close to done here yet. I didn't even start saying that until they were halfway through the place. Luckily, the what is bad is getting worse for the Code Line team here, as they just kind of watch all their buildings die. Batten is finally gonna get deep and go, or get brave and go deep on the sniper here, but the OD is just able to control him so well that he just kind of dies. Just a bad matchup for the guy. That's as simple as it gets. I think he has a positive win rate into it, but that's definitely going to be one of those games where that win rate is going to be inflated from OD players sometimes not knowing what they're doing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Luckily, Kenny Lavender pleads ignorance, so... Bonk. And he also pleads GG. And we're going home. 2-0 for the Big Al team.
Dire's ancient is under attack. Radiant
Carrix is even going to put himself in jail to commemorate the situation. Your future is grim. This kind of reminds me a little bit of one of the Week 1 games. One of the ones that we saw live. No, the one we didn't see live, actually, from the Reedy Nick series. Where Nick flexes a Primal Beast out at the last second and it just completely changes the entire game. In this game, a okay-looking Big L lineup turned into an unanswered Big L lineup just from flexing the sniper out to pause one. I didn't think they were going to do it. Caught me off guard. I really was convinced they were just going to go ahead and send him right to mid anyway, but they didn't. And even though Princess kind of got buried a little bit in the lane, it did not go in his favor. It really didn't matter. No matter what else happened in this game, even in the world where Princess wasn't balling, the sniper never got looked at. It never got touched. I think both the OD and the sniper perhaps ignored in favor of chasing the support line. And the 3 and under club, they brought the hammer down on the Sand King, they brought the hammer down on the gyrocopter, they let the OD and the sniper free farm, and that's just basically the long and short of it here. I think they did have the tools to potentially win it on split push sprouts, even if this is a really bad looking DK game, and for that matter, a little rough Abaddon game. But what I'm really thinking here, what I'm really thinking at the end of the day is like, you know, if they had just let the Ember through, like, this is a god-awful Ember Spirit game, right? Like, this looks terrible.
It's pretty bad.
You know, you let that through, you have a much nicer time. You know, some of the bans that Split Push Sprouts made in this entire series did not really help either of their comps at all, right? And especially the decision, like, this is a much different game if Kyrix is on a much less comfortable hero, right? Like, you knock out the Nature's Prophet in the round 1 instead of, like, the PL, which would be crazy talk, putting that up in round 1, right? Like, you pick PL, there's like 70 heroes that make that guy not have a game. You have to pick PL late, right? He's awesome if he does have a game, but he's very, you know, I hate to say it, he's pretty binary. Well, he's not so binary. There are a bunch of things that are okay but not excellent counters to PL. You know, where it disfavors him, but he's not gone. There's matchups where he is up, but he's not absolute. But either way, point of the matter is, not banning that guy, like, not banning some of these heroes that you can't pick first phase. Move those guys to later, if you're gonna do it at all, right? Like, don't just assume it's gonna be an awesome Ember Spirit game. If they pick the Ember Spirit in first phase, that's done by the time the Riki hits the ground. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't even really like him that much into Abaddon, honestly. One of those heroes where the early Manta style on Abaddon makes him have a really rough time. He can just kind of wait with your illusions where he's going to end up after like a slide or something and just either immediately force him back or force him to die. It's not that great into the Rubik. It's not that great into the whole. I don't know. It doesn't look like a good Ember Spirit game to me. So, yeah, I think maybe this is a tale of ban better. I think this is a tale of better strategy. Got very excited by getting those early kills. I'm sure they were very excited when the game started out so strong for them. But when that game starts out that strong, your objective is to take towers, which in fairness they were trying to do. And when you can't do that, which they couldn't always, go find that pause 1 and pause 2, especially in a game that looks like this. How different do you think this is if Lad of Lads at 15 minutes is, you know, 1 and 6, right? How different do you think it is if Princess is getting jumped by 3 or 4 heroes, right? Like, we saw what happened, what Just 2 did to him early game at mid. I don't know.
Princess had 3 assists.
If you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg today to sign up. It's too late to get into this season, sadly. It's, by the way, if you're wondering, I had to check before we got off. No, this guy still doesn't do any damage. This guy had the most kills on his team, the second most kills on his team. Definitely the largest impact on this team, at least it felt to me. Only 10k damage. In fact, he was 3rd place for kills. But, either way, this guy was supposed to be their damage. He did 10k, Dragon Knight Gaming. If you're somebody who knows to learn Dota 2, casual, more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg. Too late to get into this season, but still plenty of time to stand in, still queues popping all over the place, and we'll be seeing you next time with whatever I record next.